Do you struggle with your chipping? When you miss the green, do you have no chance of getting up and down? In this video, we're going to cover a basic technique that will enable you to chip the ball consistently every time and get it on the green and give yourself chances of getting up and down for par. So you can see we're here on the first at Norfolk Premier Golf. We've missed the green, we've short-sided ourselves and haven't got a huge amount of green to play with. The easy option would be to reach for my lob wedge, lob something in the air, try and land it on the green. The problem for most recreational golfers is that's a really inconsistent option. What we're going to look at in this video is how we use the bounce of the club, how we can assess the lie, and how we can read the green conditions to help us hit it closer every time. If you look at this flag, it's tucked away, short-sided ourselves. We want to make sure we're landing on the flat bit of the green. So in order to do that, we're going to look to carry it 2/3 of the way up onto the green. But the way I set myself up for my technique is slightly different from my long game. I want to have passive legs. I want to be controlling the motion with the body and feel like my arms are connected to my chest and then I have a really neutral action. So the way we're going to set up to this is nice neutral stance, ball in the middle of our feet. We're going to have holding at the top of the grip because I like to feel the control of the top of the grip. Make sure we're nice and neutral with our spine angle pointed upwards and our shaft pointing directly upwards. We want to make sure we don't have too much lean on our club head. If we have lean, all that does is expose this leading edge. So we're setting up, we're nice and neutral. We want to make sure that our body is controlling the shot. Check out the drill later on in the video to talk about how we can practice that. But for now, we're just going to feel like our arms are connected, nice neutral swing, and returning it back to a neutral position. As we play the shot, looking to land it 2/3 of the way up onto the green and allowing it to release. I'll take that, short-sided myself. I've got 3 foot for par. Fancy my chances of getting that up and down, and it's been a successful chip from a short-sided approach shot. So we've seen how to chip on the golf course. Now here we are back on the practice ground at Norfolk Premier Golf. We're going to look at some drills that will really help you train that body pivot and train the release of the club head. So the first drill we're going to look at is the T-Rex drill. So if you can picture a T-Rex playing golf, they've got little arms that kind of sit in here amongst them. So we're going to imagine a T-Rex whilst we're playing golf and whilst we're hitting these shots, okay? And we're just going to pull our arms in nice and tight. We're going to hold right at the top of the club, stand up to the ball. You'll probably find, because your arms are in tight, you've got to stand a little bit closer, get that club head a little bit more upright, and then all we're going to do is we're going to chip, keeping our arms where they are. So we feel like we're powering the motion with our body and our torso, not with our hands and arms. If we can get this done successfully, it will make us way more consistent out on the golf course and allow us to power the chips and control the chips with our body, which is what we're looking to do. So we take our T-Rex position, elbows in nice and tight, standing tall to the ball, neutral position as we spoke about on the course with the shaft pointing up vertically, and we're just going to power the chip, keeping our arms in here. So you can see how I've kept my arms tucked nice and in like a T-Rex. If I allowed them to separate at all, I wouldn't be able to hit the golf shot. If I didn't use my body correctly, I wouldn't be able to hit the golf shot. So if I don't use my body correctly, it looks like this. And I just duff it. Okay, so the really important bit about this drill, feel like we keep our arms nicely tucked in, feel like we keep them there, and we use our body to power the motion, not our arms. If you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. It allows me to create some more great content to help you improve your golf. So the other drill we need to look at on the practice ground here is how we release the club head correctly. If you look at my finish position when I hit a normal chip shot, my club head is released nicely, butt of my club is pointing at my belly button, and we're going to train that by over-exaggerating the two sides of the movement. So this drill is called the two pocket and belt buckle drill, and we're going to practice releasing the club head, firstly to the left pocket, secondly to the right pocket, and then thirdly, the correct position in the middle. The importance of overemphasizing this and taking it to the extremes allows us to find the neutral in the middle. And as we mentioned earlier, neutral is what we're looking for with our chipping action. So the first drill is going to be to the left pocket. So I'm going to feel as though I'm releasing through into the left pocket. So as I release the club head, I want the butt of this club head looking at my left pocket. This is probably the easier one of the two to do when you're looking at left and right pocket. So I'm going to set up to the ball, normal position, neutral shaft, neutral alignment. And as I go through, I'm just going to feel like I'm releasing it into my left pocket. So that looks something like this. So you can see from there, my finish position is the butt of the club pointing into my left pocket. Club's gone, the ball's gone not really where I want it to go. The club head is released way outside my hands and closed the club face way down. So the next one we're going to look at is the right pocket drill. This is where we're releasing it into the right pocket. For you left-handers, it would obviously be the other way around in your left hand. So we're going to stand up to the ball, neutral position, neutral shaft alignment. This one is way harder, okay, because we're naturally kind of fighting where the club head wants to go. So we're going to feel like as we release, the butt of the club is pointing at our right pocket here. And you can see that's done some funky things with my wrist and completely changed my wrist angles. So let's have a look at how we can do that. So we'll set up to the ball, neutral shaft alignment, neutral stance, and we're going to feel like we're releasing into the right pocket. Okay, so you can see from my finish there, that's really doesn't look like a good finish. I was able to kind of hit the ball, but it didn't come off the way I wanted it to. And it meant that my body wasn't rotating. It meant my club head didn't release the way it should have done. And then finally, we go to the standard one, which is the one in between those two, where we're looking to release to our belt buckle. So this is the actual position we want to be in when we're chipping. But by feeling those extremes, it allows us to find this normal position, this natural position, way easier. So we go neutral alignment, narrow stance, shaft neutrally aligned, pointing upwards, and we're just going to look to release the club head to our belt buckle. So you can see from my finish there, the butt of the club has released into my belt buckle. I've got a nice position that I look to get to with my chest facing forward, everything aligned, the club head just below my hands, and a perfect release. So train these drills to get yourself in a position where you can feel the right body movement, you can feel the right release of the club head for when you get on the golf course and chip it closer. If you like this video, hit the like button. Remember to click notifications so you get notified every time I produce some new content. Subscribe to my channel. The more subscribers we get, the more it allows us to create some amazing content that will help you improve your game.